It means no worries for the rest of your days. Where are my soul sisters? Let me hear y'all flow, sister. Hey, sister, go, sister, soul, sister, flow, sister. Okay guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your sister EuniUnni in the house today, and I'm in such a great mood today. I am so happy that spring is here. The weather is amazing. It's getting so much warmer in Korea, so for those of you who are planning to visit, make sure that you just bring t-shirt, maybe jeans, and like a light sweater or maybe a hooded sweater for the nighttime because it does get cold a little bit at nighttime. But anyways, I thought this will be the perfect time for us to film a get ready with me and a spring, very pinky inspired kind of look. And the special kick here is I'm gonna be answering the Q&As I asked you guys on Instagram. So let's get started. So first things first, my beautiful contact lens right now. I am wearing Olens by Catrice Coral Grey. This is actually a one-day lens and this is pretty comfortable. And this is one of the contacts that one of the members from Blackpink in your area. This is one of the contacts that Blackpink wore, and I have actually the other three, so I'm gonna put them on and show you guys, you know, in each different videos, and I will link everything in the description below. I'm gonna be using the BR Waterfull BB cream. This is something that I am not a huge fan of for the color or the how it looks on me, because it does have a little bit of a grayish like tone to it, but I really love it because it never gives me dry patches. Like if I put this on and no matter how dry my skin was, it would still look good throughout the whole day. And I really hate it when my skin gets crusty. I think it's just like so nasty, like when around your nose area and your eye area, like the dry parts around your mouth, it gets really crusty. I can't stand it. I like immediately want to remove it and put on like, you know, another base on top of it. So this is something that never really lets me down, and since it's getting a little bit warmer, dead skin cells are showing more, so I'm gonna use this one today. So the first thing is this picture that I put on Instagram, and as you can see, it's a picture of a salmon, and I asked, did you know I can't eat salmon? So a lot of people asked me during the Q&A, like, why can't you eat salmon? It's nothing big, it's just physically I can eat it. I'm not allergic to it or anything, but I think when I was younger, I went to like a cheap buffet for a wedding or something, and I've had a really bad experience with salmon. And for me personally, growing up, we had more of meat and chicken more than, you know, like seafood in my family, so I don't think I'm just used to sushi. So for something like salmon, since the scent is so freaking strong, I can't eat it. Like, people love salmon, it's so pretty, I know, it looks so good, and I know it's really healthy for you, but it's just, I will not eat it. Interestingly though, I do eat smoked salmon, and I love cooked salmon, but raw salmon, you would have to pay me like, I don't know, like, no, I'm not that expensive. If you pay me like $500, maybe I'll eat a bite. Okay, so as you can see, the tone is really natural, right? It doesn't have great coverage, but it really is perfect for daily makeup. Now you can still see my freckles here, you can see my dark circles, and I have a little pimple here and things like that, and acne scar right there. I'm gonna be using KLAIRS Creamy Natural Fit Concealer. This is like my favorite, I think, because number one, it never breaks me out, and I just really like it. So I'm gonna put it around the dark circles. And you know, I was someone that did not have much dark circles, but I don't know, because maybe it's all the medication that I'm taking and my liver's like tired. I don't know why, but I got mad dark circles these days. So I'm trying to sleep before 10 o'clock, which is pretty difficult, but I'm trying my best right now. I'm gonna cover the dark areas around my mouth, around my nose. You can definitely see pores around my nose area these days, so maybe a little bit there. A little bit of acne scar right here, and do my sides here. All right, moving on to the next question. This is from Bora, my little sis. She said, can you handle the 2X 불닭볶음면 spice? She says, I can't, with little cute emoji. Hi, Bora, I love you. I cannot handle 불닭볶음면 2X. It's just, it gives me mad BTS the next day, and my tummy cannot handle it anymore, okay? Like, my body craves it, but it can't handle it for sure. So I really love the 불닭볶음면 carbonara one. That one's really great. I could handle up to there, but it still gives me like heartburn, and I'm like, I regret it every time I do eat it, but I do like it. I sometimes really crave for it, but I would never eat just the 불닭볶음면 unless it's like $400 to $500 or something. And the next one says G3 Ray GV has, if you could change one event in your life, what would it be? That's a really good question actually. Actually, I thought about the answers before, like I started filming, and to keep it really short, I will go a little bit deeper into it if you guys want a separate Q&A for it. But I would not go into the entertainment company that I went in last, like my last one that I was a K-pop trainee for. If I had one choice, I would not go to that company. So to tell you the reason why I wouldn't do that is because the company, like the CEOs, like they were super sweet and they're really good, decent people, but they did not have any funding. Like they did not have much, they did not have any investment. But when I specifically went in before I signed contracts with them, I asked them, do we have, how much funding do we have? Do we have investments? Because I was in two other acting agencies beforehand. So I knew like if they didn't have much funding or they didn't have the connections or if they weren't as well known in the industry, like it's hard for them to support me and for them to get me the auditions and things like that. It's very, very different for K-pop trainees, like the music industry, and you have the model industry and you also have the acting industry. They're very, very different, and how you can, I guess, say make it or, you know, do really well in the industry. It really is different for 3 different areas. And especially for acting, I think the agency does matter, but if you are really talented and they can get you auditions, and if you are a really good actress or actor, when you get the role that you really deserve, then it'll work, you know. But it is also difficult to even get the auditions if you don't have connections, or if your company doesn't have any connections. Like singing part, the artists, the music industry, it's more difficult. Like I would say, to be honest, like even if you're super talented, if you need to go into a really good company, I would say like 90% would be how wise you choose your company. Because if you're really talented already, yes, like many companies will want to have you or to work with you, but it's really important for you to choose the right companies at the same time too. So if that makes any sense, going back to the question, I would not go into the entertainment company that I last went into because I don't think they had enough money or resources to really support us, like our group. And actually after I left because of my ankle, I said I didn't want to do it anymore after 3 years because my ankle wouldn't heal and I couldn't dance, and I felt like I was kind of holding the group down. But they debuted after I left, but I still feel like they didn't support the group fully, or I feel like if they had better funding, like the group would have done so much better. Yeah, but that's a whole nother thing that if you guys want to know, please leave it in the comments below and I will go in details about that. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the powder. Okay, so this is the INNISFREE No Sebum powder. Of course, very notorious. The packaging's like this because it was like the limited edition, but I'm gonna use this to only on the eyebrows around my eyes and hairline. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but my neck is a little bit thick, like compared to my face size. I don't know, it makes me look more like masculine, so I kind of contour this area always too when I'm filming. So I'm gonna set powder here too. Now I'm gonna go with my eyebrows first. I'm using the matte formula ARITAUM gray brown. Okay, so I'm gonna draw them in now. Okay, so I'm done with the straight eyebrows. It's not really arched, but more of the Korean style type of eyebrows. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my eye makeup, and for the base color, I'm gonna be using TONYMOLY's Eyetone Single Shadow. This is the Tea Rose M05. So that's a really natural pink color that I love starting off with. And then I'm gonna use this palette that I got from CHICA Y CHICO. They were really sweet enough to send it to me. This is the very first time that I'm using it. Colors look really good. Actually, I wanted to show you this one that I love so much. This is the ARITAUM Rose Gold One Mono Eye. This is all broken. I don't know if you could see. Now I'm like done with it. I'm about to throw it away, but I love this color so much. But this is something that one shadow that I keep on repurchasing over and over again. All right, so Jasmine Rios asked, what do you do during your free time? Is there any more foods that you can't eat? Anyways, love you too, Jazz. Number one, what do you do during your free time? I personally love staying home. I'm just someone that loves staying home. I love cooking, so whatever I'm craving for, I love making it. So if I could say an ideal day that I'm free would be getting up in the morning and having all the time in the world for some stretches by myself. And then I would get a little bit hungry, so I would actually choose the menu that I want to eat in my head. And if I have the ingredients, I go ahead and cook it right off the bat. But if I don't, I love going to E-Mart. Like Derek and I love E-Mart. That's one of our greatest joys, to go to the grocery store. I don't know, I just love it. It's just everything's there, and there's so many different types of food, alcohol, and other home appliances, or little furnitures and things like that, and plants. And I love spending my time grocery shopping. I'm sure that there's a lot of you guys. Give me shout outs if you are like me. Yeah, so after I would come home, cook up anything that I really am craving for, that I want to eat. And probably I would watch a movie with Derek, or if I'm home alone, I will watch a movie. I would watch Netflix. I just really like a chill day at home. And is there something else that you can't eat? I honestly think there's nothing else that I wouldn't eat. Yeah, oysters, I wouldn't eat raw oysters. That's not mine. Yeah. Okay guys, so I'm gonna use this one now. This color, this glittery color. With something that's this glittery, I love using just my fingers because I feel like it's more pigmented. But, oh, you can't really see much of the glitter, can you? A little bit over that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with the eyeliner, and I am so ghetto, huh? This is broken. I need to get a new one, but this is the TONYMOLY gel liner. This is the shade dark brown, and I would have to say that this is my favorite gel liner. It's so cheap, it's very affordable, but it's really creamy, and it does kind of smudge a little bit, but not too much compared to other liners out there. So I'm gonna draw my waterline. And right now it's like not as clean and stuff, but don't worry, because I'm gonna put a darker eyeshadow on top of right here, and I'm gonna cover it up to that end. So after that, I'll go over it and make it better. Tell us your first love story. Oh god, so this is a long one, but I guess I'll tell you guys while I'm doing the eyeshadow. Okay, my first love story. Derek, close your ears. Don't listen. Go away for a second. I'm gonna be using 16 brand Eye Magazine every day. This is a really popular product. This is a really popular brand, and a lot of people really love their makeup, especially for teens. This is really famous because you have two colors like this, and you're supposed to go like that and just swipe it once on your like this, and you get the whole like gradation of the lighter color and the darker color. But I feel like that doesn't really work that well, especially the ways my eyes are shaped. But I do love using these two colors. So I'm gonna be using this darker brown. And what I do is, do you notice where my eyelids fold like that? I'm just gonna draw it there. And this is a trick that I figured out that matches my eyes. Anyway, so going back to my first love, I met him at like a nightclub. I met him at a nightclub, and it was like a Monday because our school or something, it was like our university's some type of anniversary or whatever. So it was like a Monday, and with my friends we're like, all right, let's go dance. There was like a really good looking like 2-3 guys, and the other guys were, you know, they were okay. And we somehow like, they came up to us and then we started talking and things like that. And this one guy, he was really, really handsome. But like, you know, I pretended like I wasn't that interested, and I was kind of like, I kind of had a thing for him, so I was kind of shy, so I wouldn't really talk to him. I talked to the other guys who I felt more comfortable with. That wasn't as hot. And the crazy incident happened where like one of the other girls who wasn't in my group, like she was talking to another guy, and then her boyfriend came or something. And my first love, let's just call him Mr. Love or something, okay. So Mr. Love, he was like trying to, you know, like break up the fight, and then he got hurt or something, so he started bleeding. So I was like, oh my gosh. And then I helped, like I got a towel for him or something, and then I was like, are you okay? And I was holding it for him, and I think that's when he felt like, yeah, he told me later on, like that's when he was like, oh, okay, like, oh wow, like, and he felt something. And after that, we traded numbers and we just went our separate ways. And oh my gosh, I was such a bad girl. But I remember I had a boyfriend then. He was bad news. Like he was bad news. I knew he was bad news, but we've been together for like more than a year, and we've been through so much drama together. So I think I was at a point where I knew I needed to leave this, and I knew he was really bad news for me. So I needed to say goodbye and get out of that unhealthy relationship. But you know, we were so like attached that it was difficult for me. That's really bad. Don't cheat, guys. It's really, really bad. I was really young, and I'm not really proud of it, but I did go on a semi-date with Mr. Love, because it was like Mr. Love and the other friends that was there at the club, and one of my girlfriends too. So it wasn't like a date, but it was like meeting other guys, you know, like without telling my ex. So actually we hung out in a big crowd for like, I think twice. The third time he was walking me home or something, and he was like, and then he asked me out. And then I told him like, okay, I'm so sorry, like I have feelings for you, but I have a boyfriend. And so I don't think this is gonna work. Like I'm really, really sorry that I couldn't tell you any sooner, and I sent you the wrong messages and things like that. So we like decided not to talk to each other. And I'm so bad at this, telling a story and doing a get ready with me. This is a bad choice. I always forget to put on my makeup when I get excited about answering a question. This is when it becomes like the Korean drama. Like, okay, so we've decided not to talk to each other, but I always missed him. And that time while we were broken up, I broke up with my boyfriend because I knew like I had no more feelings for him. So I was like, okay, goodbye, loser. But I wanted to like, you know, make it right for myself and just make everything okay. But I really missed him, but I didn't want to hurt him again, or I didn't want to call him and be like, hey, I broke up with my boyfriend, let's get together now, let's go on a date, you know. I didn't want to be like that. So what happened was I was a MTV pop like MC, so I went filming, and after I went to go get my skincare. So I went to the dermatologist, and after like I had like really like no makeup on and I looked like crap, and I was in like Apgujeong Rodeo Street, which was like the it place back then, okay guys? Like forget Garosuki, forget like Hongdae, you know, like Hongdae was still popping, but like Apgujeong was like the it place, and like a lot of celebrities would come. You would literally see like 5 celebrities while you're walking on the street. Everybody would hang out there, you know, like the cafes, the drinking places, the streets, like the shopping area. It was like the hottest place. It was like way back then, so you can tell how old I am. But anyway, so back in the days, I was there, and then I was coming out from a convenience store or something, and then I saw him like he was like right there, and then he was actually walking with this girl, and I knew of her because she was a really popular model. So I was like, damn, what the freak? What the fuck? That mother, he already got another girlfriend. He used to be a model too. Like when I was dating him, he wasn't, but before he was a model. So I knew he had a lot of model friends, but you know, I didn't know that already after like few days he had, you know, he was dating another model or anything. But anyways, they were super tall, they were looking good, so they were walking, so I saw them like right there, right? So I was looking, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing, because I was like so coolest out that day. I was like, I had a really big hat, like I had no makeup, I was dressed really crappy because it was after filming and I was so tired. So I saw them and I was like, oh my gosh, he looks so good. And you know, he was with the other girl, so he looked better. So I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, oh my gosh, he can't see me. So I went like this, and then I turned around, and damn, almost, a car almost hit me. Like I turned around and it was like, beep! Literally almost hit me. So like he literally said, are you okay? He didn't come out, but he literally was like, are you okay? Like the driver. And I was so embarrassed, and I was like, oh my gosh, did he see me? Because a lot of people like they turned around. So I was like, oh my gosh. I just went like this. I didn't even look back. I just went this way, and I ran away. And then afterwards I was like I knew I shouldn't have texted him, but I texted him. I like thought about it a lot, but at night I was like, I know I can't, but as a closure, like I wanted to, I don't know what I wanted, but I was like, maybe I wanted to kind of know if he was dating the other girl too, but I was like, I don't know why I was being so like, I don't know, like, but I was like, your like white shirt, your jeans, your slick back hair or something, you looked so good today, like it was good seeing you. But I said it in a way that I thought maybe he didn't see me, but he texted me too. He's like, oh, the hat that I told you that you look good in, the cute sweats that you were wearing, you looked so good today too, or something. So he did see me, obviously. And then after that, it was just history. We started, you know, talking again, we dated, and we dated for like 4 years or so, 3.5 years. And till this day, I always tell everyone like he's my first love. I really liked him, and that he loved me so much. And he was someone who taught me how to feel love. He is someone that taught me what a healthy relationship is supposed to be like. Anyways, that was a long story. With my lips, I love using this oil before putting on my lipstick. It does have a color, so I do have to wipe it off before I put it on, but I love this lip tint. This is the April Skin number 101 Scarlet Lip Oil. I love using this lip oil. For my lashes, I'm gonna be using this Japanese one. This is the Diamond Lash. So one thing that I always buy when I go to Japan are contact lens or lashes, and they're really good. I love how affordable they are, and they have so many different kinds. The color of this too is not black, but it's more dark brown. This is also from CHICA Y CHICO. These cheeks look so cute. It reminded me a lot of the 3 Concept Eyes, but this is much more affordable. I haven't tried these colors out, but This is so cute. This is more of like the orangey color, and if you mix that together, I think it will come out to be a very peachy coral thing. And this color looks so cute. You have a little bit of like light purple here, and you have a little bit of pink right here. So if you mix that together, I think it'll be a really pretty color. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend these together. And since my face is long, as I told you, I always do this like on the side because that makes it look a little bit shorter. That's a pretty color. For my lips, I'm gonna be using these three. This is the PERIPERA one. This is really, really pigmented and it like stains your lips. So I'm only gonna use it in the inner parts. I am in love with these lip glosses. The BOURJOIS one. This is actually the number 9 Happy Nude Ear, and this is the Don't Pink of It. That's a really cute name. And number 10. The colors are very, very similar, but they are a slight different. The number 9 is a little bit more darker than the number 10. These are the different colors. What I like to do is when I can't decide, I just try it on my hands first. It'll look a little bit different on the lips, but just to see what looks better. I want to go a little bit lighter because my makeup's a little bit darker, so I'm gonna go with number 10. And the thing I really love about this is you don't even need lip liners, and you can make your lips look so thick. It's very creamy and it's matte, but I really like it because when you're putting it on, it's very moisturizing and creamy, so it's not really too difficult to work with, but after you're done with it, it does matte up a little bit more. I really like the color. I'm gonna use this just in the center. Okay guys, so that is it for the makeup, and I will be back with my hair finished. Okay guys, so that is it for today, and I feel like I didn't get to answer as many questions because I was so focused on this spring makeup. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and like this video, please. Thank you. I love you guys. Bye! Mwah. You know my way. And every evening I'm sorry. I'm just craving your hate. And I look past your eyes. I don't see shit. I tell these niggas better come correct, cause they don't know what I go through. And I ain't talking, let's they cut a check. Getting paid like I'm supposed to. I tell these shorties better come correct, cause they don't know what it be like. And yet they steady talking out their neck, so I hit them with the peace sign. My mind is